Is the experience of the healing like? Put our audience into your experience. Like, are you feeling their body? Are you seeing a prism off of their body? Do they have to tell you where the pain is? Because I see you asking, how's there? Can you tell, what are you feeling?
Yeah, so I do need to be told where the issue is. If I'm not told, I'm going to just work on people really broadly. So it's a lot of energy wasted. So I'm very specific. So if it's your ear, it's your ear. You just tell me. And then you do see me cup my hands. But the only reason I do that is because if I used my hands over someone, I just do that. I put my hands over and I just focus energy out of them. But when I'm doing it remotely, which is how I do it typically, I just to keep my hands a bit still, because they want to move a little bit when I do it, I just hold them and I hold a ball of energy in my hand. And I could put my hands in my pocket, to be honest. It's not a fundamental part of it. It's just it's almost a habit. It's like I just had to do something, and I've been doing that for 25 years. So
are you seeing it?
Yeah, so I see it sort of in my mind more so, and then what I do is I like focus on someone. So if I'm focused on you, I'll just literally bring my conscious awareness into your body. It's not necessarily a super, super visual experience. It's more like I feel it as a knowing, and I can then move energy around and do all sorts of different things once I'm in there. The experience is it's very tangible for me, but it's also very subtle. It's not some very strong experience. But I know I'm having the experience, and obviously then that correlates to people also having an experience. So often people will feel when I'm working on them, they'll very often feel obviously the results from me working on them. But
right. But what do you do once you bring your conscious awareness into my knee? Like, do you disperse it? Do you warm it up?
It depends.
You just sit there?
It just depends. So
okay.
Sometimes all it takes is the concentration into the part of the body. The most simple things would be just to put your awareness in, and I can make it very, very strong, and that will help, pretty good percentage of things. But then if that doesn't work, sometimes I'm, I might be sending energy down from your brain right down through to your knee, perhaps to create communication between, your whole body. Sometimes I might be talking to parts of your body. Sometimes I might be replicating medicines in people's bodies, but that's the intent. There's a lot of different. Sometimes you're pulling stuff out of someone's body. Sometimes you're putting stuff in. It depends. So I would say that what's interesting about it is that there's many different ways that people seem to do these things, and I don't think there's any particular right way. I'm a natural. I was not taught, and so I just have my own way that seems to work for me quite well.
Right, and I know that you teach that to other people in terms of your own way.
I do. I teach it, and the feedback has been very positive from my teaching. That people are really able to up-level their practice. So people who are doing Reiki and otherwise do my teaching, we get a lot of feedback that it's really elevated them. But I always teach people that if I teach you anything as a fact, I've failed, because I have used this as a really creative process, and what I try to do is show people you can be creative with this, really use the energy and work out how it works best for you. And so that's what I try to teach people is like, here, this is how I do it, but hey, make sure you don't let my way be your limit, because
right.
It's just,
that's nice.
I'm just one guy.
Why do you think you can't do it on yourself?
I can a little bit, actually. So, I say I can't because it's a lot harder, but the truth is there's been a few times in my life where I've been compelled to, and has been quite good. But where it doesn't work is if I'm like acutely sick or something. I'm sick. I don't have any energy anyway. So my effect on myself is not great. So like if I'm getting a cold or something, I don't have any effect. But I have had some experiences with some injuries and stuff where I have had an effect, but it's with a lot of effort. And usually I can't be bothered, It's like, so, it's a laziness almost with your own thing, but it's definitely not, I can't do it on myself like I can on others. Like I cannot just instantly take some chronic pain away from myself. That's never happened.
How do you explain that? Like what do you have an explanation for that? Is there
the energy is already in me, isn't it? So,
have all the,
It's already
You mean
there.
like-
So I don't have an explanation. I'll give you my best explanation.
Yeah.
If I didn't suffer, how would I have empathy?
Mm.
And if I didn't have empathy, why would I help people?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't. People without
Mhm.
empathy do not help people.
Hmm.
In fact, they murder people. So
that was an excerpt for one of our Guts episodes. If you want to see the full episode, check it out on YouTube or listen on any of your preferred platforms. Please join me on this journey that we're calling Guts, or Getting Under the Skin.